Excuse me, without me you wouldn't even have a system. I should go first. I'm the foundation. Makes everything happy. The zero well, nobody gets to tell you about a bunch of zeros. I bring the power. Here's such a switch. Fine, we'll do it. Can you just do the intro, please? Welcome to today's episode. Today's episode is
We're never going to get this video started. Okay, on to the video. So today, let's get started with AI locally. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Google and we're going to look up Pinokio. And there it is. And it's pretty self-explanatory. Got a download button here. Click on that. It knows Windows or Mac, whatever you're using. We're going to select Windows and it's going to download that to your download, which right now currently I would do that, but I have some things going. I have some nodes for Comfy UI in the process here, so I'm not going to download it because I've already downloaded it. Once you download it, you're going to click on the folder, you're going to extract it, and you're going to hit the executable file. And the first thing it's going to tell you is this right here. Windows is protecting your PC. If you're using Windows 11, you're going to get this. It's going to say don't run, and you're going to hit more info up here and run anyways. Okay? And then once you hit that, it'll run the file, and eventually you're going to get to the start screen, which is going to be this right here. I can do another video on more of it, but there you can find that on YouTube as far as how to download it, and the instructions back there on the page that we're on are pretty clear on what you have to do. Okay, but once you do get it downloaded, you've opened the compressed zip folder and you've hit the executable file to download it. This is what you're going to come up with, is a Pinokio screen like this. You can see I have several apps already on here: Comfy UI, Onion Video, and WAN 2.1. So what you're going to do is you're going to go up to this Discover when you get it, and you're going to see everything here. This is your one-click installation. So you can click this and then one-click install. And this is what we're going to do today, is the WAN 2.1. So you would click this, hit the one-click install, and then go back to home. Then it's going to load it into this screen here. You're going to see whatever you have downloaded in Pinokio. So I'm going to open this to show you what this is like, and then this starts a terminal and this starts to load and run. You might have to hit the start button over here. Yes. So it's going to take a few minutes depending on what you got running, and while this is loading, I'm going to show you what I have. If you go down here to Task Manager and Computer, so here's my CPU. I am running a Xeon 2123 3.6 gigahertz, and I can explain a little bit more. I'm going to do a video on this actual computer build because this was a very, very budget-friendly computer, and I'm going to show you that I'm running 32 gigs of RAM. I have an empty SSD, 480 gig. These disks, this F is another SSD, a terabyte, empty terabyte. And this is what my Windows operating is on, is the new NVMe. And these are extremely fast. I have two. I have 1 terabyte that has my Windows operating system, and a lot of this AI stuff that I'm running is on this disk, is on this as well. And then I have another one here that has Ubuntu. So this is actually a dual boot system. I have Ubuntu on that one, but this is the one that's running. So you can see what my memory situation is, and the reason I went here is I wanted you to see that I am running a 3060 Ti NVIDIA GeForce RTX, and it's 8 gigabytes. There's the 8 gigabytes of RAM, of VRAM, and this is really the minimum. This takes a little bit of time. It usually takes me about 40 minutes, 30 or 40 minutes to generate a 5-second video. But that's what I would consider GPU poor system is 8 gigs. Today 24 is going to be a lot better if you can afford one. But I just wanted to show you that while that was loading. And this is WAN 2.1. So up here, once this loads, this isn't going to have any certain application for you. You're going to have to choose from these, and I've just found that this is the best for lip sync, and it's actually WAN Video Avatar 720p. I'm going to show you how I do this and get the resolution better, because with 8 gigs of VRAM, the best that I can do is 832 by 480 at 16:9, and it's only a 480p. And let's see, so this is kind of the, I don't know what happened to my screen here. I don't know why that's, so we could do the model of the large octopus, but I want to show you how well this works as far as this is what I'm using for my 3D Pixar style animations. So drop your media here. I'm going to go to a shared folder, backgrounds, and this is my background for my avatar. I'm going to use that. That's actually pretty big. I think it's 17 by 1000 or somewhere around that. And then you can drop an audio file in here. I have let's see. Not sure. I gotta figure out where it is. Here's the outputs. This is the one I think that started this video. And then once you get this in here, you can clip this. So if you hit the snipper tool, drag this over the actual WAV file like that, and then trim that down. And I think this is just a little long. I almost think this gets cut off because the video is only going to generate 5 seconds, and I believe this is a little long, but it's okay on this to leave this long. So then you do need to do a prompt here. I'm trying to figure out how to resize this box. I don't know how this got. I'm going to get rid of this prompt, and we're going to do 3D Pixar style. Character is speaking. The audio file provided. No new characters. If I could spell or type, I mean. No new backgrounds. No camera angle change. We're going to make this kind of easy for this one. So we have our resolution, Down here we have a negative prompt, and we're going to say no new characters, no new backgrounds. I'll reiterate everything we set up there. And then no extra limbs. And then anything else you want to put in here for the negative prompts. For now, we're just going to do that. And here's your at 25 frames per second at 129 is going to be approximately 5 seconds. That's as long as my card is going to allow us to go. You could go, if you had more VRAM, you could do this bigger, as well as this resolution. You can change to a better resolution here as well. Also up here in the actual model that it's running, you could run a more advanced model than the 720p. But I'm showing you just what I'm capable of doing and how I'm generating the avatars and the characters that I have. So then basically once you get your positive prompt and your negative prompt in here, this is pretty much default. This is default. There is some advanced settings in here. Like you can add Laura's. You can do some audio. You could add like a background track. I haven't tried it yet. I'd rather do it in my post-production afterwards. It gives you a lot more freedom. And then you can save these settings that you have in here. I haven't really changed that much, so I don't save them. They just pretty much stay the same, and I just change the background image and the audio track. And then pretty much it's just hit generate, and it's going to load the model, which is this up here. And it's not like Comfy UI where you have to load all the nodes and get all of the models and everything. Make sure everything is there. This has everything. It's a simple installation, and believe it or not, it actually works better than anything I've found so far in Comfy UI. So then this is going to take, so the model's loaded, and now it's encoding the prompt. So it's looking at what I have here, both positive and negative prompt, and then it's going to switch to the denoising, and this is going to take about 40 minutes. So I'm going to pause the video, and we're going to come back and see what we came up with. Be sure to like and subscribe, like any other YouTube channel, and be sure to ask questions in the comments, because I will answer any question that you have as far as downloading, installing, some of the other features. I'll do other videos on other things that I use, because this also has this WAN 2.1. There's actually a new release now. 2.2 is out, but they have image to video, text to image. There's all sorts of generations. I just wanted to show this because this is the most complicated, and I used to pay a monthly subscription to do this, whereas now with very limited hardware I'm able to do this at home. So I'll see you when this gets to about 40 minutes. We'll come back and we'll check out what we made. Okay, so we're back, and it took 65 minutes and 32 seconds. I had some other things going on here, but we have our video. I'm going to download this and save it. Part 2. Alright, so let's go to that file and I'll play that. Actually, I can play it right here. There's downloads. Part 2.
So today, let's get started with AI locally on.
There it is. So you can see it's a little fuzzy, and what I do is I have an upscaler for that, and I'll show that in another video. But for right now, I just wanted you to see that that's pretty much the process. Okay, and on the next part, I'll show you what I used to upscale that to get that from the 480p up to 1080p. But thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe. Please ask any questions in the comments down below. I'd be more than happy to answer anything that you have.